Welcome back to video number 2 of us fixing this rusty Navara. Now, I am no expert at building chassis, but apparently Nissan are, and theirs fell apart. So, consider this a sort of DIY on how to fix your chassis on your Navara. And also, if you're into low shit, subscribe, because all our other videos are about that. So, let's get going. Now then, you might be wondering how we're going to do this, and I am as well. What I'm thinking is, as you can see, I've laid the original rail on this bit of ply. So basically, my plan is to draw around this with a, I don't know, whatever colour pen. Draw around this, and I've actually got the measurements also from Nissan, from a flat edge basically to the bottom of that, and bottom of that. So I'll draw it on with that and then maybe sketch it actually straight with a ruler and a different coloured pen. But that'll give me a rough idea of both, well I say rough idea, that'll give me pretty much a bang on idea of both sections, and we'll then look at the best way to remake that out of box section. Right, now I've turned the camera down a little bit, so hopefully you can see this because the wood's reflecting massively, but the red line is where we drew around the chassis, and the black line is the measurements from Nissan, basically. So obviously we're pretty close, and I didn't really need to draw around the chassis. I just wanted to make sure that the measurements I had basically followed along where it was meant to. So 100mm box, 100mm box. Here we're going to do 100mm box and cut another bit of box to basically weld to it to make it 170 and then taper down, which I think should be pretty mint. So I guess I just need to work out angles and how I want to cut it, and then we will get the saw out, chop up some box and start making some rails. Like I said before, I think we'll literally make these 2 rails, and then that hole, which is for the bush, we will cut out of wherever it's gone. I've lost it here, because although the chassis is shit, the actual steel bush is good, and I don't have a lathe. So if anyone's watching that's actually trying to fix their Navara, rather than just wondering what the hell they're doing on this channel, at least they can do the same thing if that's possible. So I will get the saw, work out some angles, get chopping, and join you back here when everything's cut, because you don't need to see if saw work, do you? So, in 3, 2, 1, go! Right then, we have some box. Now, obviously, I could have done this by cutting everything on the plasma, having nice curves. It's just not needed. This will literally do what it's designed to do. This is twice as thick as the normal chassis, so I see no issues going forward with towing or anything like that, which is obviously the plan for this truck. It's Freya's truck, she's going to daily it, but if I need a truck, everything I have is unreliable and low, so we can use this one. So, back section, which we still have to drill the hole, curves up, comes along. This is obviously above where the axle is, and it comes down into this. Now, I've got this stood up at the minute, but I've got to cut this one in half and basically weld it on top of there, which will then make it the right height. Now, although it looks down a bit from my drawing, this is actually, the chassis comes to about here. This is all longer because I'm going to slide this inside the old chassis and plug weld it from the outside and obviously seam round it, and that will make it all stronger. So I've got to cut that in half and put that on top, and then the last bit to do is go from this size to that size. So I'm going to cut a angled piece to weld all the way up there, but I'll probably do that after I've tacked this lot together, or maybe even welded this lot together. So I guess next thing on the list will be, I guess start tacking it together. So I'll clean up all the ends, pull the weld through, tack it up, and then I think we will maybe weld it, or maybe tack some crossbars in. We'll see. Cue the montage.
Tiger, you should warn all my rivals. I aim for them like a sniper. Got the heart of a lion, there ain't no denying. Made a promise I plan to keep. Blood, sweat, and tears, now we're about to shift gears. I'ma knock you right off your feet.
So, I have now welded the top of this one, as so. And I'm not going to do any more welding because I'm going to go home in a minute and I don't like to weld before I go home. Fire. So what I've done is drawn up cab mounts, bed mounts and rear bed mount because they're actually different, and I have also drawn up the old spring mounts because these ones are, I don't know if you can see that, broken, for use of a better word. So I'm now going to go home and cut those on the cutter. Hopefully my drawings are right. I'm not 100% convinced. But what I'm measuring off is kind of rotted away. So hopefully they're right. Then I'll come back in the morning, first thing, and weld the rest of these up. Cut that to put that as it goes there. Cut a bit to go in there. Weld on the bed mounts. Re-drill that back section to put that bush in. And then go about putting some cross members in, I think, to make this like a full chassis. We can then try and lift in the truck and weld in the truck. Because by the end of tomorrow, I want this rolling again under its own, oh yeah, I mean ideally starting and rolling, and then we can get on with doing the front end stuff, which still needs doing. So ideally, by the end of the day tomorrow, I want at the very least the whole back end done, preferably with the bed and stuff back on. But at the very minimum, I want the chassis on and everything mounted back to it. There's little things like the shocks and stuff that we've got to replace because they are broken. And I think I need to clean up the shock mounts because I think they actually might be a little bit broken off of the axle. But we've got some new flexies and stuff to go on. So good day tomorrow, and I will join you first thing in the morning. Good morning. It's actually the afternoon, but there's good reason for it. Let me show you. As you can see, there is a rail. Now, I've cut the top bits of the box, like I said, angled to make it thinner. I've done all that off camera because it's very boring. But basically, we just followed the plan that we had yesterday. So them rails are all welded up now. Also, I said I was going to make some bed mounts and cab mounts. So I've done those and folded them as well. Now, I don't know what to do. I'm at a stage where I can put the cross members in and I'll have a chassis which I could then lift on, weld into the truck, then put the body mounts on. Or do I try and put the body mounts and the bed mounts on now, then put the chassis in? But you run the risk of them not being quite in the right place. I'm thinking the smart thing to do is put the cross members in, put the chassis in, and then do it from there, I think. I'm going to ponder that for a minute. But yeah, basically, to get the width, I'm going to measure across the tow bar section to get the width of the back end of the chassis and chuck a couple of cross members in. There's obviously the one that the shocks mount to and the one that's just there for fun. So I think I'll get those in, and then maybe we try and lift it into the hills on the back of the truck. Right, I have put the two rails in the truck just to get a couple of base measurements. I've got the rear, I've got the front measurement, and I've got where the spring hangers go by using an old bit of chassis. So I think my plan now is to take these back out, sit them on the floor, put the tow bar section on the rear, and I'm just going to weld, stitch basically that on at the minute. Because then I can drill through all the bolt holes and bolt all on after, but it ain't never going to come off. So if I put a couple of slugs on it anyway, worst case, I can cut it off, but I don't think that'll ever come off. The front end, I will then set at the width of what the rails are, and that will allow me to come back a little bit to where the cross members are and get the width for the cross members. So we'll cut them and put them in, and I think I can also put the spring mounts, the front spring mounts on and the rears. So then when we actually go to put it in the truck, I can bolt the springs to it, basically. Because I'm struggling a little bit at the minute, because I've got the truck set at a height which is as high as I could go with the, I don't know if you'll see it, but the gearbox, not the gearbox, the jack that comes on the ramp, we could do being a little bit higher, so I don't know whether to get those mounts on. I can mount the springs, slide it in, mount the springs to it, and then maybe drop the wheels off with some stands under the back to then level it off. That'll make sense when I do it, but first thing, get these back out, get them on the floor, get the rear brace in, and start putting some cross members in.
Yeah, uppercut, punches got him busting up. Potion in his double cup, liquor got him buttered up. Yeah, now my competition at every track is like I got bubble guts. Fast life, buckle up. Yeah, turn an angel into angel dust. Top rope caution, got it jumping like double dutch. Used to take a shuttle bus, I ate a struggle lunch. Yeah, turn my woes to wins, you know I had to knuckle up. Right, hey, big band busting out a duffel. Bloody knuckles from the last scuffle, putting dogs back on.
I just filmed tacking that in, but when I pressed record, I actually pressed stop. Or the other way around. Anyway, once I've welded that up, it's then, I think I'm going to put the front spring mounts on, drill for the rear spring hangers, weld them all on, and then I think put it into the chassis, clean up the chassis, drill some holes inside of it, put it in, weld it in, and hopefully it's all really the work it won't, but we're here to find out. Alright, I've just checked and that is well out of square, so I think I'll cut some welds in the morning and jig it about and actually try and put it together properly, because I literally balanced all that end and it's just come back to bite me in the ass. So I didn't realise how late it was now, so I'm going to go home and get some rest and then come back in the morning and get that square, put it in. You will also notice that I said by the end of today I wanted the truck done. It is exactly the same as it was yesterday, so it's all going well. Right, see you in the morning. A little bit of a story time here. So I like to edit my videos as I go, so each evening I'll go home and edit what I've done during the day. Done that last night. Came in this morning and I filmed a nice clip about getting the chassis straight and stuff like that, right? So I just thought, well, because I'm putting this video out tonight, so this is today when you're watching this, I thought I'll just edit a little bit now just so I know where I'm at before I do the next bit. So I went to get the memory card out of the camera and it wasn't in there, because it was still in my laptop bag. So I didn't actually film the clip this morning. I just pointed a camera at myself and spoke for ages for no reason. But what has happened is, I undone, last night I think in the clip it said it was slightly out of square. I undone all these bolts that join this together and actually jigged it that way, you know what I mean? Twisted it to make it square. So that was then square. I welded in this red cross member, which used to be part of a screen print and flash dryer, but it's really good steel, so ignore it being red. Welded that in. I also then cut this one and welded this in to replace these two, because this is much chunkier. So that then got everything square, and then I set about these bush bits that I was speaking about. I have now hole sawed, I cut it off, cleaned it, hole sawed through the chassis and welded that in. Obviously I've got to weld the underside, and on top of that also welded on a spring mount. So this side is now complete. I've now got to do the same for this side, which I'm not going to film because I can't, because it's a pain in the ass to try and film and do stuff when I'm by myself. One day I'm hoping we'll have some sort of cameraman or someone else who can help. One day. But for now I will crack those on, because it's not that exciting. Like I say, hole saw, weld. I've got the measurements off of the old chassis, so they should all be in the perfect place. Then I'll flip over and weld it, and the next clip you will see will be us trying to fit it into the truck, which I cannot see going well because this was already heavy, and now I'd imagine it's probably fucking heavy. So I'm going to quickly edit this up to date just so I know where I am. Then we'll get it in the truck, get the axles and stuff on, get it straight and weld it to the truck, because then we have a vehicle again. and then it's shocks, brake lines, and all the boring stuff. Now then, it is time to struggle our titties off. So the chassis is all now done. We've got the bushes in, front spring mounts are all welded on, cross members are all welded in, tow bar bits on just to add weight for fun, and under the cab there is, I've dropped the front right down, lifted the back up with this novelty sized bit of box section, which is now resting on that bench nearly. Moved the brake lines, fuel lines, everything out of the way. In theory, we can go up and over and in, but we're not in theory, so how well that's going to go, I don't know. I don't think well, because the chassis is so heavy now, but I will recruit Christopher, and I guess we'll lift the chassis up, maybe rest it on the axle, and then try and get it in. This could take ages, so I'll leave the camera up on a time lapse, maybe. Wish us luck. I think it's working. You're on the GoPro. Watch us suffer. So, I don't know if this is still on or not because the screen's just black, but if it's on, the chassis is pretty much in. I'm going to put the leaf springs in these front hangers, put the rear shackles on, and then I can drop that jack that's under there down a bit to level it out, tap it into its final spot, and I guess weld it onto the truck. So, it's exciting. Right, well, this thing overheated. So I will check in a minute how much that got. Hopefully that filmed me putting the leaf springs on, but if it didn't, put the leaf springs on. Hardly groundbreaking, but they are on, that end's on, that end's on, that end's on, and you might notice there is nothing holding it up anymore. Let me demonstrate. Let me dangerously balance my camera here. We have suspension, but what we don't have is time. So I've now got to put this video out, and there will be a part 3 of this on Tuesday, because this has to be done by Sunday. So I'm going to carry on with this. I'll keep filming and we'll put out Tuesday, because we're back on Tuesday. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and this, like I say, isn't normally what we would do, but nevertheless, it's a car and I got to fix it, so why not film it? So next week, or Tuesday's one, we've got to finish up the back end, get the bed on, get the new front end stuff on, get it running, driving, and go on for an MOT the start of next week. And then I will unveil the new project. But next week I am on the T25, which you'll remember from the old videos we gave away. Well, the guy is actually finally coming to get it, so we're going to finish off. So go like, subscribe, thank you for watching. Yes, say hello in the comments, and goodbye.